Good morning everyone. Welcome to the Mobile Application Development Lecture Series. Today we will be learning a very important topic on coding where all of you will be learning it for all kinds of applications, whatever you develop, that is debug. So it's one of my favorite topic to be where I want to share, where whichever application you develop, either it is a Windows application or a web application or a mobile application, one has to know how to debug. If you do not know how to debug, then you cannot become a programmer, because humans tend to make mistakes. Programmers will make mistakes, and students or the learners will make more mistakes. But why do we need a debug? When we make a mistake, you should get to know where is the mistake. Unless you cannot find the root cause, you cannot fix the errors. If you do not fix the errors, then you will not be able to complete the project. I will tell you a small why we need debug as such, which why I call it as a very important topic while developing any kind of application. Say you people, you students will be learning many technologies, many programs will be doing it. Either it is a program or a project or in a company. You all well versed with solving the problems which are seen as a syntax errors. Whenever you compile a program, you will be able to observe what is a syntax error. Syntax error are visible, or it will highlight you where exactly is the error, what is the syntax problem, it is semicolon or a conditional problem or whatever it is. And you will be able to identify, oh, this is the error because of the practice which you have done. And so that practice has made you to solve the syntax errors and your application works fine. Many times it so happens that when you sit for the exam, you can observe it, you have coded your program and you have compiled it, output is not coming. And you call sir, output is not coming, sir, output is not coming. System problem. It is not at all a system problem, it is a logical or a runtime problem. Look at sir, this is compiling, no errors. Why the output is not coming? Because a logical error. It could be a crashing or it is giving you a wrong output. Whenever you are getting a wrong output or a crash, there is some logical error which is there in your code. To find out that logical error, you need to debug where exactly it is coming in. So without debugging, can't we fix it? We can fix it, but it's a lengthier process where you have to place check many logs or printf statements. What is the value of this? What is the value of this? But whenever you go for looping, then it again becomes a problem. Consider a sorting program where you have 5 numbers, you have to sort it, you will be doing 5 to the power of 5 times. So which means that many times the looping will run. 5 into 5 is 25 times the loop will run. So 25 times you have to print and you have to check. So it becomes a cumbersome, very problematic. So what we do is, the IDE, the Android Studio or a Visual Studio or any of the IDEs provide you the simple thing called as debug. When you do a debug, during the execution of the program, you will be able to identify the error or the wrong values. In a sorting program, you get to know when there is a comparison of 2 numbers in the sorting, one has to move here, one has to move here. There should be a swap. But it is not happening at that point of time. So these kind of errors we can find out using debug, that is the reason this is one of the favorite topic which I would like to give you all. It is not part of your syllabus, but every programmer should know how to do a debug. And this concept remains same across the platforms across the IDEs. Either it is a Visual Studio or a CodeBlocks or Eclipse or Android Studio, or it could be in iOS. Everyone provides you the debug option. And if you want to become a good programmer, or all programmers in the industry do make use of this debug. Without debugging, you cannot fix the errors. Okay, let's see how exactly we can do the debug. Before that, Last class we had developed a small application, simple calculator, and there was an error, and even I solved that error using debug. And I tried to show you how to do a debug small, not in detail. But today I'll show you how to do a debug in detail. So taking the same program, I would like to show you how to do a debug. And when you're developing your applications, if there is an error, how to find it and how to fix it. So to fix it, first you have to find it. So debug will help you to find the errors, to diagnose the error. Even if you go to a doctor, first he has to identify what is your problem. Unless you diagnose, you cannot give the medicine. Very important part of the problem is finding the error. Where is the error? Diagnosing, unless a doctor diagnoses it, medicines can be given by many. If you get to know you have a throat problem, then many will give you the medicine. Do this, do this, do this, do this. But finding out the throat problem is very important. You are in throat is having a problem, or your stomach is having a problem, or your which part of your body is having a problem. So that is the reason debug is very important. Now in the last class I had asked you to code a small simple calculator, a complete simple calculator of this nature. Hope most of you might have done it, but I'm not going to do today for that this one's calculator, but I'll give us few hints if you are facing some errors, what could be how you are supposed to do that. So a simple calculator looks like this. I wanted you people to use a single edit text box and your buttons, where on clicking this what should come. Consider what all challenges you might face, or you might be having some errors or the logical errors. I want to discuss with you. So with this application, what you are supposed to do is, you are going to say 12 plus 15 equals 27. So this is what is expected. Do observe, this is operand 1, operand 2, and this is output. How many inputs you are going to give? Operand 1 you will be typing, then you will be clicking plus button, and then 15, and then equal. All these are inputs which you are supposed to give. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 inputs. But is it 4 inputs or more inputs? Observe very carefully. If you want to get 12, how you are supposed to get 12? You have to click 1 and then you have to click 2. Clicking 1, you will get 1. Is it number or a string? It is a string. Remember, it is a string. So it is only one digit. This 12 is having 2 digits. So you have to click 2. Again, if you are trying to click 2, it should be appended. 1 should be appended with 2. This is what you are supposed to take care of. This is a hint which I want to give. This is a crucial part of it. So whenever you are coding your program, for every button, you will be writing a separate functions. So how many buttons? 3 to 5, 15 buttons are there, which means you will be writing 15 functions. Very simple way. 15 functions. Whenever you click 1 is considered as a string. Then it will be stored in a number or a string. S1, consider S1. It is stored. Next, you want another digit to be added. So you will be typing 2. Now you are supposed to concatenate these two. Concatenate. You have to join two strings. These are all the two strings. So the output is 1 and 2. If you want to add one more digit, then you will be typing 3. Then you will be concatenating these two. 1, 2 and 3. Output will be 1, 2, 3. Considering this is for operand 1, operand 2. So you are concatenating 1, 2 with 3. So it becomes 1, 2, 3. Don't confuse that 3 and 1, 2 should become 3, 1, 2. However you append it, that is how it is going to come. So this is where the logic lies. So whenever you are developing your simple calculator with buttons, do remember the first int is concatenate. You have to concatenate multiple buttons. So only then you will be getting your first operand. This is your operand 1. Operand 1. Now after this, you will be clicking plus. When you click plus, automatically it should go away with 12 should be erased. So now it's time to enter operand 2. Now once it is done with the operand 1, plus when we click, then it should wipe out the existing number, and then we want to enter 15. Same way, 1 you will be clicking, 1 is concatenated with 5 and then it will be giving you 15. This is your operand 2. So how many entries you have done? Clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Overall you are clicking 6 times. So this is very important. So if you want to get 27, if you want to add 12 and 15, you are clicking 6 times. Okay, but this is very crucial. So where do you do this concatenation? You have to do a concatenation in every button of this 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0 to 9, in these 10 buttons you have to write this concatenation function in every button of those 0 to 9. So 0 to 9 is having 10 functions. In all the 10 functions you have to write the concatenation code, because you never know which is the numbers which is going to come, how many times it is going to come. So it could be a 3 digit, it could be a 5 digit of different combinations. So every function should have your concatenation. This is very important logic which you have to. I will not be coding it, but I am giving you the logic hint. You need to code it to become a good programmer. Once this is done, this is a hint 1. Concatenation is the hint 1. The next hint. Do remember, now on clicking the plus button, very important part, observe it. So the first number was 1, 2. Concatenation. So then you click plus. Automatically operand 1 will have 12. Operand 1 will have 12. Operand 1 will have 12. Now you have clicked plus. After clicking plus, you have typing, you are selecting 1. 1 is selected. Now it should be added with, what is operand 1? Operand 1 is having 12 as its number. Now when you click one more time 1, whether it should be added with 1 to 1, because 1 is clicked, so whether it should become 1 to 1 or it should come to operand 2 as 1. So the correct thing is, you need to bring the second after the selection of your operator. Whatever you click, whichever buttons, number buttons you are going to click, those things are part of your operand 2. So this is wrong. So you need to take care of your code in such a way that your after selecting, after clicking your operator, the next digits which are going to come, which will be stored in your OP2. This is very important. Next, 5 you are going to select. It is the same operation where you have to concatenate. So that rest of the code will remain same. Once this is done, you know how to do addition and subtraction. So the important 2 steps which you have to take care is, and if you are including plus, minus, all the operations, you can make use of a switch function where you can have a separate function where you feed in operand 1, operand 2 and operator. That function will give you the output as the final output. So that is up to you how you want to code it. But this is a very important 2 logics, 2 hints which you have to remember. One is concatenate, and there is when there is an operator function which is pressed, either plus, minus or star or division, what should happen? It should move to, it should save next numbers, next selected number buttons in operand 2. This is very important to be observed. So apart from that, when you click equal, it should be adding directly. So equal should not be considered as part of your addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So this is separate operation. So this operation should be implied for plus, minus, star and division. So this is what mathematical operators. It should perform on mathematical operators. With this logic, I would expect all of you to complete your simple calculator and make sure that you have a hold on the application. And further, in all your mobiles, you should be using the calculator which you built it, not the one which is Android providing it. So you can further improve your calculator with many other operations of scientific buttons can be used, square root or power or whichever operations if you want, you improve your calculator and make sure that you use a calculator which you develop it on your mobiles. And if possible, share it with your friends and family to use your own application. So you'll get your confidence and you'll learn a lot. With this, we'll be able to take further on different controls which you want to. So if you are developing a different application or a Windows or a web application or a mobile application, the best program to be started is simple calculator with a UI interface. So it gives you the UI interface as well as certain logic as well as some coding will start. So you'll get a complete knowledge on whichever application you're developing it. So whenever you're learning something new, think of simple calculator. Okay. With this, I'm going to start with today's topic, that is debug. So let me do a debug. How to do all such things. Okay.